starring Violet Serenity, Kaylyn Newell, Carmie, Libia, Kat, Deanna de Keizjer, Adrian, Vail, and Matthew Ellen. Absurdity Ascents is written by Emerson Arriety and narrated by Bean.
Zoe and Bexs sit upon the wood floor of Lydia's living room. They have been there for an eternity, blocking timeline interactions. It felt like one to Bexs anyway, when really it was only a couple of minutes.
I block opening 39 from interaction with timeline B.
I block opening 39 from interaction with timeline B.
I block timeline A2 gamma from interaction with timeline B.
I block timeline A2 gamma from interaction with timeline B.
A purple spark forms in Bex's hand and dissipates. Bexs yelps and starts panting.
What's that?
You're reaching your limit. But fortunately, that was the last one.
I feel kinda weak after blocking all of those entries and openings.
Bexs sways, and Zoe puts an arm of support around her.
Come on. There's still work to do. But first, let's go meet an old friend of ours.
The duo leap into the black hole, and almost instantly they find themselves in the city limits of Waterford, Ireland, exactly 7,526 years in the future.
Where are we?
A distant future in Waterford, Ireland.
Unbeknownst to them, they land in the exact same spot as Dallas and Lydia did in the previous episode.
You said something about an old friend of ours. I don't remember ever being here.
To be honest, I don't either. She lives in a really small house, and probably doesn't answer to the name Demo yet.
Yet? You mean you can see into the future too?
No, I'm just a retrocog, but I can, or rather could, get information from the future.
Huh. Why can't you anymore?
I don't know. It just stopped happening today.
Do you think it was maybe the black hole?
Your guess is as good as mine. But I still know where Demo is. She'll be able to locate my sister.
Speaking of Nada, she and London are walking along the edges of the city, searching the ground near the white holes for the remote.
This is pointless. We're not going to find the remote like this.
He has to be here. Somewhere.
What if someone got to it already?
Him. It doesn't look like anyone comes out here, so I doubt that.
I have a better idea. Why don't we look for your sister and my best friend?
Your friend is fine. Dallas will take good care of her.
What sort of shit is that?
London pauses her search to look at Nada.
We're in a strange place. We have no idea where Dallas and Lydia are, and all you're concerned about is finding that stupid remote?
He isn't stupid. He's the most powerful device in the entire universe.
And only Lydia can control it. So if you were going to say we can't let someone else get their hands on it, you haven't got a point.
London glares at Nada, knowing that she has been bested, but not wanting to admit it.
I'm going to find them. Come with me if you care.
Nada marches away, and London simply watches her leave. In a tiny, grimy house on the living room floor sits the biological daughter of a human and an android. Her name is Century Gynoid Human Hybrid Demo Version 1/2, and sitting beside her is her adoptive older brother, Halcyon, the Processor X laptop. A knock on the door garners the attention of Demo and her mother. Demo goes over to the door and lifts the hair from in front of her robotic eye and shuts her human eye. It enables her to see through the door and onto the porch, where Bexs and Zoe are standing. She drops her hair and opens the door.
Hello? What can I do for you?
Yes, it's good to see you again. Demo version human Gi.
Century Gynoid Human Hybrid Demo Version 1/2. It's a hard name for humans to remember.
Demo examines Zoe and cocks her head curiously.
Searching. Memory.
Bexs and Zoe exchange brief glances.
Neither of you appears in a single one of my memories.
But we know your name. Doesn't that count for something?
Demo laughs.
Knowing my name isn't enough proof that you know me. I'd also like to point out that you got it wrong.
True. You are the famous trillion-year baby. What if I told you some personal stuff only your friends would know? Then would you believe us?
Yes.
Zoe opens her mouth to speak, but Demo holds up a finger to her. She points at Bexs.
She has to do it.
Bexs swallows.
We nicknamed you Demo? I don't know who you are. Sorry. I didn't even know you were the famous trillion-year baby.
Zoe looks about nervously, while Demo looks at Bexs, who seems upset with herself.
I'm sorry for lying. It's just that Zoe said that you could help us find our friends, but I'd understand if you don't want to.
Demo is silent for a long while.
Are you from Atlanta?
Why do you?
Yes?
I can help you locate your friends. Just tell me their names.
Lydia and I don't know the other three.
Not as my sister. But we don't know the name of the twins who are with them.
One moment.
Demo closes the door and walks over to Halcyon and kneels down next to him.
Hey, Halcyon, connect me to your Wi-Fi. I need to call Dad.
I'm using it.
There are 2 girls from Atlanta outside, and there's 2 more running around somewhere.
Correct. Fawn.
The sun hangs low below the horizon as Nada makes her way to the bar. The inside is buzzing with clamoring robots and a few humans who are surrounding the pool table. Nada walks up to the back of the crowd and cranes her neck to see into the center, but she is unable to.
What's going on?
When a robot turns around to face Nada, she glimpses Lydia and Dallas tied up in the center of the room.
We caught 2 humans from Atlanta. They've been punching holes in here. We're trying to decide whether or not to kill them.
Stupid Atlanta humans.
They're the worst.
The robot turns back around. Her worst fears confirmed. Nada backs out of the bar. She bumps into London outside, jumps, and spins around.
Lydia and Dallas are surrounded by robots in the bar.
What? How many?
I don't know, 50?
London paces in a circle.
This is not good. Not good.
No shit, Sherlock. But you know what? Maybe this wouldn't have happened if we had come earlier.
Can we please not do this now?
London and Nada walk over to the bar and peer into the window.
Nothing better happens to Lydia.
London glances at Nada before looking back into the window. She points to the fire sprinklers on the ceiling.
Up there! If we turn on the fire sprinklers, they might disrupt their circuits.
I wouldn't bother. They're waterproof.
Nada and London whirl around to see Demo, Bexs, and Zoe.
Zoe? What are you doing here?
I came to rescue you.
Nada gives her a thumbs up.
You've done a marvelous job.
You can all talk when you get home. Right now you need to go inside and fix Waterford.
Yeah, right. You're just gonna try and kill us.
Kill you? We just want you to fix the white holes.
Nada stands up and positions herself between Zoe and Demo.
Well, I don't believe you.
I'll give you 2 choices. Either you try and fight an army of robots and die, or you trust me, fix the white holes, and go home alive.
The 4 stare at Demo, weighing their options. Zoe's eyes shift to Nada, who is about to speak, but before she can...
I trust you.
Zoe!
Don't we kinda have to?
No, we don't.
London stands up, opens one of her many pockets, and pulls out the remote.
Do you recognize this device?
This elicits a frown from Demo.
Where did you get that from?
London points the remote at Demo as though he were a gun.
I'll take that as a yes. I'll give you 1 hint who his master is.
You.
London gives a half nod.
Why don't we talk inside? I'm sure your people would think an exchange for you, to be fair.
You don't have to do this.
I'm doing what I should have done hours ago. Now walk.
Demo walks into the bar, with London walking closely behind. Bexs, Zoe, and Nada linger behind them.
Attention, robots. I will let her go in exchange for those 2 women you're holding captive.
Century Android Full Version 1, Cat V from this point forward, spots who is being held hostage.
You release my daughter at once.
Lydia makes urgent noises, but she is sadly gagged. Whatever she thought was important to say will never be known.
All I want is my sister and Lydia. And then we'll all go home and no one has to get hurt.
A robot hops off the pool table.
Fire the remote. What? Go on, use the remote.
London frowns.
Why would I do that? You'll just kill them.
You shut up.
The robot holds up a hand to Cat V.
Your daughter is not in any danger.
The robot points to Lydia.
She's the master of the remote, told us herself.
London holds a steady glare on the robot as the mob descends upon them. It goes how you might expect from there. The women are all tied up and placed in the center of the bar, while the other robots continue to debate over what to do with the Atlanta humans. Demo and Cat V have gone away from the crowd to talk privately.
I instructed you to stay home.
They walked right up to the door.
I said to stay there and wait for me to come get them, but you insisted on coming down here anyway.
I couldn't have kept them there. It was just easier to bring them all here myself.
They took you hostage.
Oh yeah, I was in real danger. Duh, they're just a bunch of women who got lost. They're not dangerous.
They tore holes in Waterford, and they took you hostage.
They want the same thing as we do. To fix Waterford and to go home.
They're not going home, but you, young lady, are.
Dad.
You are going home, Century Gynoid Human Hybrid Demo version 1/2.
Please, don't kill them.
I'll make no such promises. Now go home.
Demo lingers to try to dissuade her father once more with a look before leaving. Cat V rejoins the mob and lifts Lydia to her feet.
You're going to get rid of all of the white holes, and if you try anything else, we're going to kill all the other humans who are presently gagged.
Cat V removes the gag.
Where'd you get those gags? They're filthy.
That is irrelevant. What is relevant is that you're going to...
I heard you the first time. Now untie me and give me back the remote, and I'll remove your stupid holes.
You can have the remote when you get to the first hole.
After Cat V is done untying Lydia, he picks up the remote, and several robots go outside with him and Lydia. The trip from the bar to the first white hole gives the sun enough time to finish setting. The radiation spewing from the white holes has set the forest ablaze. Firefighters seem to be everywhere, battling back the flames. Cat V stands beside one of the firefighters and asks him,
What is going on here? The holes are gradually growing in size and have begun spewing fire.
Cat V hands the remote to Lydia.
You better hurry up and close them.
The firefighters clear a path for Lydia, and she makes her way to within a few feet of the white hole. She asks the remote,
I just pressed delete, right?
Lydia, there's something you should know. I only work in my native timeline, in timelines without another universal remote.
What? Are you saying you won't work?
I thought I should inform you that the possibility existed. What is the delay? There are 37 additional holes you must also destroy.
Lydia aims the remote at the white hole and presses the delete button. It shrinks out of existence, much to her relief. Cheers erupt from the robots. The group travels around the outskirts of Waterford, fighting increasingly bigger fires to help Lydia destroy increasingly bigger white holes. The smoke is taking its toll on Lydia, but there are only 4 holes to go. They come to the 4th to last hole, where the firefighters are facing an extreme amount of difficulty with the fire.
They're getting pretty big.
Is that a problem?
I'm not sure.
You'll have to go through the fires then.
What? That's insane! I'll die.
The smoke levels and temperatures shouldn't be fatal. If you're able to run at and maintain a speed of 45 miles per second while avoiding contact with the flames, you'll live.
I can't go that fast.
But if you could, you wouldn't die. I unfortunately don't know anyone who can move at that speed and carry you.
One of the robots accompanying them asks V,
Do you think we could build an upgrade on time? Processing. Negative. It'll be faster to continue to fight the fires and then send in the human. What if we equipped her with fire retardants? We do not currently have the technology to upgrade humans after they've been born. Human, what is the maximum allowable size before the holes are too big to be destroyed?
I don't know.
I would say about the size of the white holes in front of us. That is not good. We'll attempt to destroy this hole, and then we will work on solutions for destroying the other three.
One of the firefighters approaches V.
Century Android full version 1. The fire is impossible to put out while the hole is fueling it. We'll be able to make a path, but the human has the possibility of getting trapped. What are the odds of the human getting trapped? There is an estimated 11% chance that the human will get trapped.
Even if I could close this hole, I won't be able to close the other 3 holes without another method, so sending me in serves no purpose.
Surprisingly good point. I'll return to fighting the fire then. I will contact the other robots for alternate solutions.
Lydia scowls at the firefighter as he returns to fighting the fire. V stands still and his antenna begins to glow.
Setting up server. Please ping all robots. Please ping.
Echoing voices ring from V. Ping Century Android Full Version 1.
DDoS. No, this is not a distributed denial of service. Allow all users. All users allowed.
Lydia looks at V with confusion. Though, if she were paying any attention, she would know that he was calling other robots, and the sheer number of them connecting made it seem like a DDoS attack.
The holes and fires are getting too large for us to destroy them directly. We need suggestions on different approaches. What if we get more water? Fireproof the human. Increase the power of the remote.
Why don't we send her into the black hole and hit the singularity?
Good work. Smaller targets be manageable for the remote. Very good idea. How would we find it?
I have the programming to find it. If you drop me in with the human, I can direct her to the singularity.
The black hole is in Atlanta. Good idea, though.
She made one black hole. She can make another one.
Great thinking century gynoid human hybrid demo version 1/2. We will arrive at the bar shortly. Ending call.
Some 20 minutes later, the robots and Lydia had returned to the bar. Demo is sitting at a table, wearing a blue backpack and trying, with limited success, to appear calm.
Everyone will need space to create the black hole, so all robots leave. Take the humans with you.
No, they're coming with me.
The humans stay here.
Dad, just let them go home. She's been destroying the holes.
Because her friends' lives have been in danger.
Look, I'm not trying to destroy the whole world here. It's just senseless destruction. Just let my friends...
Lydia frowns at her own choice of words.
Friend and these other people, come with me or I'll allow the senseless destruction to ensue.
Lydia sits down on the floor and crosses her arms.
If you're just going to kill all of us, I might as well take you with me.
V and Lydia lock eyes with each other.
Processing threat. Fine. Take the other 5 humans with you. Everyone else, let us leave.
The robots exit the bar, and Lydia and Demo begin untying everyone else.
There's Something about this that I didn't tell my father. One of us will wind up in the wrong dimension.
What do you mean?
Assuming that we don't die while in the center of the singularity, one of us will be in the wrong dimension, and there won't be any way back.
We're only doing that to get the white holes we weren't able to reach. I'll be able to destroy the white holes in my dimension normally.
And just leave a black hole laying in mine.
I caused this. I'll come to this dimension.
If we try to collapse this black hole immediately, we'll most certainly die. And if we wait any longer, well, I've already come to terms with it.
An understandably awkward silence befalls the newly freed hostages.
Shall we go then?
Lydia points the remote at the floor and creates a black hole that sucks them all inside of it. They are ejected from a white hole onto the floor of Bex's rented house in the suburbs. Nada hugs the floor.
Oh man, it's good to be home.
Sienna, Bex's dog, scampers in from the kitchen. Bex wraps the American Eskimo in a tight hug and pets her.
Sienna! I missed you, girl.
When Dallas spots the dog, she yelps and hides behind London.
Calm down, Dallas. It's not going to hurt you.
Dallas moves London so that she is between her and Sienna.
I ain't taking any chances. That looks like the same monster that bit me when I was 9.
The conversation shifts to the more mundane, while the others talk and rejoice about being home. Lydia says to Demo,
I guess we should get going. Come on. What's your name?
Century Gynoid Human Hybrid Demo version 1/2.
Wow, that's a really long name. Do you have a nickname?
As the pair make their way to Lydia's house, Demo thinks on it for a moment.
My friends call me Demo.
Much better.
Lydia opens her front door. The black hole has nearly grown to the size of the wall and has consumed all of the fixtures in the room. The black hole sucks the pair towards it, and they grab onto each other.
You're only going to get one shot. You've got to take it as soon as I tell you to.
Gotcha. And if we pop it out of the white hole, if we live, we'll be thrown right into fire.
Thanks for the warning.
Demo and Lydia are ripped from the floor and from each other and are sucked inside of the black hole. They spin around in the weightlessness, orienting themselves. They swim towards one another and grab on tightly.
Calculating singularity. Calculating. Found it! We're about to pass the event horizon!
The duo zip past the event horizon, tumbling further into the blackness.
Get ready.
Lydia takes one hand off of Demo and pulls the remote from her pocket.
Now!
Lydia presses the delete button as they cross into the whiteness. The blackness behind them evaporates quickly, nothingness nipping on their heels as they fall towards a shrinking white hole. The duo squirt through the hole that disappears mere moments later. They are tossed into a raging fire. Lydia covers her face and starts coughing.
We're over here!
Demo jumps up and down, waving frantically to catch the attention of the firefighters. Unable to be seen through the blaze of orange and thick gray smoke, Demo instead sends her GPS location to the fire department, and the firefighters arrive shortly thereafter. Without the fuel of the white hole, they are able to combat the fire.
Are all the white holes destroyed?
No, we still need to get a little more. Come on, Lydia.
Lydia wordlessly follows Demo back to the bar. The black hole has gotten bigger, but not even close to the size of the one in Lydia's rented house in the suburbs.
Push anything you can find in there. Make it bigger. I, need to make one less call to my big brother.
Lydia nods and throws anything she can move into the black hole. Whatever alcohol she doesn't throw into the hole winds up being consumed by her.
Ping Halcyon.
Look at my little sis, saving the world.
I just wanted to tell you that I loved you.
Okay. Is everything alright?
Mm-hmm. It's just that I won't be able to see you guys for maybe forever.
Oh, wait, hold on. What?
I just want you all to know that I love you.
Demo wipes a tear from her human eye.
I have to go now.
Wait.
Bye, Halcyon. End call.
Demo walks back over to Lydia, who is trying and failing to look like she did not hear the conversation.
I'm sorry.
Apologies are unnecessary. Let us proceed.
The change in Demo's voice catches Lydia off guard.
Yeah.
Lydia takes Demo's hand, and the two jump into the black hole.
And that concludes the two-part series premiere of Absurdity Ascents. This series will only get weirder from here. The next episode is Aidyl. Don't miss it. Additional voices for this episode provided by Alleira Reed and Matthew Ellen.